Good morning. We want to access our tracking ID number on Google Analytics and paste the code in our dashboard, our blog dashboard, and possibly copy the tracking ID number and put it in our YouTube channel. So let's see if we can get all done in one video. First thing we'll do is we'll go to Google Analytics. So we are going to type Google and just select Google, type Google Analytics in the search bar, and we'll select Google Analytics login. And here I'll select Google Analytics. And we just give it a few seconds to open up completely. If you create your Google Analytics for the first time, you'll have an ID number that you'll be requested to post in your blog dashboard. It does come with some instructions, but sometimes it can be confusing. So we'll go to the left side bar and click on admin way at the bottom. On the setting icon, they have admin there. We click on that and we'll have these three columns here. What we want is the one in the middle where we see tracking info. So let's click on it and we can see it has tracking code, and that's what we want. So before we copy it, let's go down at the bottom of the computer screen and type notepad. And as you can see, I have it here and I'm using Windows 10 probably. So I'll click on notepad. Now that I have it open, I'll log into my dashboard and we'll go to appearance. Another appearance, we'll select editor, and that's Google WordPress that I'm using. So here on the right side bar, we will select theme header, and I have it somewhere here. So theme header, I will click on it, and when I click on it, it will change what I have in the main screen. Sorry about that. And we are just going to select it. So I'm going to select the whole header here because I want to copy the original one that was here. So Control C to copy, and I'll go to my notepad, Control V to paste it, and I can just save it. Click on File, Save As, and I can just save it on my desktop. So I will just say before change. Theme header before change, and I like to put dates as well. So we can do that, and I'm just going to save it. Right now what we will do next is, if I look well, I believe I have one here that belongs to Google already. I have Google Analytics in it, so I need to find it. So here is saying end Google Tag Manager. So I need to look. I'm seeing it here, and that's here. Google Analytics, the old one that I have is here. And that's that, because later I pasted Google Tag Manager in there as well, and I don't even know if I wanted to keep it in there or not. So but we are going to take the old Google Analytics out, and that's here where it starts and that's where it ends. So I'm going to take it out. That's why you need to save what is out there, just in case we mess it up, we can fix it. So now we'll go back to our Google Analytics here, and let's click on tracking code. And it's giving us a code here, and sometimes it will say that if you already have a Google site tag, a global site tag on your page, simply add the conf line from the snippet. So but other than that, we remove the old one. So if you already have a Google site tag, you can just add the existing one. So here's the things, I can go back, leave the new one, the one that was there before, or I can just copy the whole things here. And it's saying to put it, that will be the first things in the head section. If I wanted to keep the old one, I just will go back to my blog and now save the change, log out of it, now log out of it, click out of the head, the team head, and go back in it again, and I'll have the original one. So they say we can just put the comfy line in it. Otherwise we can copy the whole things again from here, which will be copy. And when we go to our dashboard here, and that's the header here of your team, we can go back up a little bit to see. In fact, that's the header here. They say that it should be the first thing. That's why it's very confusing. As we see those code here, it's not what we want to put it. We want to locate the head, and the head is within this bracket here. That's the beginning of the head. So the first things we will do is just to click down and Control V, and we will paste what we just copy, and that's how we will do it. And when we are done, we will go down and we will click on save. But first I wanted to check, yeah, wanted to check everything on it, and we can go back to where we just paste. If I wanted to keep the old Google Analytics code that I have there, I won't click on update file. I'll just go back to the right side bar, click on head theme again to open the original one, and I will just copy gtag config this session from the Google code, and I will just paste it right under the old tag code that I have here. But I just remove the old one and I paste the new one, so I had to paste the whole things in it. We just have to remember to go way at the top and locate the head, and we go right underneath it to paste it, and we go down and we click on update file. And now that it updated for us, we will copy it again. So it's going to be everything copied, Control C, and then I'll go back to the bottom of my screen to type Notepad to open a new one, and Control V to paste it, and then I will save it. I will just save it. I don't know where the other one is, and I'll just put after Google Analytics change. And now that we save it and we are sure we update this file here as well, you can just move out of it, and we can go back to Google Analytics again, and here is Google Tag Manager. I have that code there as well. So if you want to add that code, you just have to follow the instructions and click on it to access the code. So now that we copy the tracking code, paste it on our dashboard, we want to copy the tracking ID number and paste it on our YouTube channel. So to do that, we will go to property setting, and first we went to admin, and we have the 3 columns. The middle one is what we are working on, that's the property setting. So we can just click on property setting here, and you will see your tracking ID number here. Tracking ID, we will copy that, and we will go to Google I like to use the Chrome for it. You log into your studio.youtube.com, and if you like to keep your account open, it'll send you back in it. And while we are here, we'll go at the bottom, we'll click on setting on the left side bar here. We'll click on the setting here, and we'll click on channel. Under channel, we'll click on advanced, and that's right here, advanced setting, and we will scroll it down, and here we have advanced setting, advanced channel setting. We'll click on it, and we will scroll it up or scroll it down, whichever works. So we will scroll it down all the way to here where it says Google Analytics property tracking ID. So we are going to take this one out and we'll put the new one there, and we'll click on save. And that's pretty much it. We can go back again to see if we have it. And that's how you add your Google Analytics property tracking ID number to your YouTube channel, and you copy the code from Google Analytics property setting column. You copy the code and paste it in your dashboard. Make sure you locate the head team, the team header, click on it, copy the original code to paste in a notepad. Just in case you mess it up, you have the original one that was there, and you locate the header in 2 brackets, and you just go right under it and paste the code there. And when you update, you click on update file, your code is saved. That way Google will be able to track users that goes on your website, so that you can track your analytics on Google Analytics. Thank you for watching. I'm Afiavio June, Marie-Lynette Liberman, creator of Marie-Lynette Liberman's YouTube channel and owners of Nina Soap, and my website is ninasoap.com.